Hi, welcome in the third video, creation of an object. So we have already configuration, cameras, filters, instrument, mount, places of observation on the one. So now let's create a new object with the new button. So here we are. It's very important to put everything you know in the fields, because it will be sent directly in the first window of the software. We will be able to modify the objects, double clicking on it on the main table, on the first window of the software. But it's better to know everything first, filling the fields. So let's start with the object's name. You can write it, you can put other designation, you cannot. So here you cannot put any information there. Other designation, constellation, object type, and the other data cannot be put it directly. You must put, for example, M101, but other designation and the other one are blanks. How to do? So let's search in catalog. Catalog, you can do this. You can see the name, other designation, object type, description, constellation, magnitude, coordinates, maximal size, minimal size, notes. You can add, you can delete. So here we were talking about Messier 101, so we will try to find with the name. So you can see there is here you can search with this icon M101. It doesn't exist in this column. We may try to see why, because this is the usual name NGC. So I won't search like this because there are a lot of objects. Let's search by other designation. We can see, maybe it's here. It's here. M101. In fact, it's NGC 5457. It's a galaxy. Ursa Major. It's okay. And we can see spiral galaxy, etc., etc. So when it's done, you double click and you can see the numbers, the constellation, the object type. Okay, so now let's see, just under, you don't validate, you just see info. Info will be the information during the shootings. So let's say that M101 just do in May. If you want to change the year, you just click here on the date and you are able to change the year. Don't know why it's not in English. So like in Windows system, you use the control key, maintain control key on keyboard, and click in the calendar to select more dates. So let's start 6. I click Control and maintain like this. Comments on astrophotographic session. For example, place of observation. And here you can choose what you need. Wind, the wind, ambient temperature. You can choose -5, SQM, for example. We'll choose the layer. So we'll just enter the L filter. I will validate and come back. Validate. Okay, you can see the date. We will add filters. Forget filters. New R U G B HL, for example. HC for my DCL. So I want to modify, so I double click and I found what I have written. So here we are, we can find now LRGB HL4 UHC. So bin 1, I do 101 darks, 101 offset quantity. So here we are. It's a little bit technical to put those numbers in the good fields. So let's start with the mouse. Just click on the first one, and after you use the tab on your keyboard. Layer. Okay, so let's do it. 600 seconds. Number, quantity of pose, of exposure. We'll do 14, for example. Now I use tab each time. Flat quantity 51, for example. Now I don't use the mouse to select the other filter. I use tab, because if you select with the mouse after 2 lines, you won't be able to select any field. So if you will here, for example, 110. Okay, so just to select now the filters, click here, here, and I deselect clicking here. So remember, use tab on your keyboard. Tab quantity. It's important now, before validate, to have this well, because if you modify the objects, it won't be like this. Everything will be deleted. Bin 2, RGB, tab, tab, RGB, tab. So I want to select RGB, RGB. I deselect clicking. It's okay. I do not validate. Bin 3, I don't use it. Let's check. Equipment, so now here with the tech, for example, and imaging camera STL minus, okay. Guiding instrument, it was the same with the guiding head, the AOL, MOG on the G11. So you can see the equipment details are automatically calculated. Let's see images now. Image directory, flat directory. Image directory. So let's go. So bibliothèque, image, my images. It's just for example. I don't have Messier 101, but I will choose this. Okay. And for the flat, my images, and no pics inside. Okay, so I should choose the images directory and the flat directory. In that case, here I will click on these buttons, and this button I will go directly to the desired directory. So here, processed image, consider image as already been processed. So I click, you can see there's a message, click to choose the image to screen, format JPEG, GIF, BPM. I click, I choose, open. Software, now you don't have to click on the control key on your keyboard, you just select with the mouse. So acquisition was Maxim Deal, for example, pre-processing Fix Inside, and process Fix Inside and Photoshop. Now we can validate. It's okay, GC, the dates, exposure, filter L, filter H alpha, RGB, it's okay. 8 hours, total exposure and 5 minutes. With the tech STL, the guiding was the STL2, with the guiding head on Sales Monday. So you can see that it's very important, and you don't use bin 3, for example, never, for example. So you can delete this column. You right click on it, select column, and you deselect bin 3. It has disappeared. You can move here, you can move this, you can do everything you want. You can move columns, you can put it directly up here. And watch out with the mouse. If you click just under the arrow, there's cadenas. If you click, you will have a problem with this. So let's see, I will click there, here. Oh, I can't move. Oh, so I come here. You can see it's closed. I click, it's open. Here I click, it's open. If I want to have to screen bin 3, right click here, right click here on the top of each column, right click, select, and select bin 3. Bin 3 is there. So I don't want bin 3. Okay, right click, if you have a large screen, you can watch all the columns together. Okay. It's strange. Here. Okay. If you have problems, you just click one more time on the objects. So we can see the equipment details, the observation report, bin 1, bin 2, problem with the, it's not ISO, but this is the scaling. If I click on the button image directory, up, I'm directly in it. If I click here, up, I'm just in it. It is useful because each time go on my documents, my images, NGC, and very long. So here you can check it directly. There's a little problem there. I will do some changes, translation. So here we are. We have just created an object. Once you have added more objects, you can see the double arrow on each column, which indicates it's not arranged in a special order. Here we can see in date, there is an order here. If I click on the column, in the head of each column, I can put it in alphabetic order or in another order, like this. So it's finished for the creation of the new object. So let's see just in the next video how to search with the search button. Thank you.